Hi people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Faith, men's personal stylist and shopper based in Lagos, Nigeria. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing some simple tips to help you infuse color into your style. Yes, I've done a previous video where I was talking about how to mix and match your colors and how to mix and match your patterns. Today's video, we're going to take it a little deeper. I'm going to be going color wheel, color theory and all of that, but not so deep that you get bored and discouraged and overwhelmed and all of that. Okay, so I'm just going to be breaking simple tips down, especially for those men that want to switch things up a little bit. You are bored of your blacks, your grays, your navy, your khaki. You want to be able to infuse pink confidently. You want to be able to infuse orange confidently. Purple, you know, all of these colors are there for everyone. It's not only ladies that should wear color. So I'm going to be sharing with you basic things that you need to know regardless of your level of personal style, regardless of whether you have just started, you are medium level or advanced level. So let's get right into it. Understanding color and style are synonymous. How you have to develop your personal style bit by bit is the same way you get to develop your understanding of color. All right, I'm also learning. Even though I'm a personal stylist, I'm learning, and you should also be interested in learning some basic things about color. And why is it important that you begin to consider colors? Why is it important that you understand colors? It is important because colors have a way of switching up our style game from basic to extraordinary. Sometimes the only thing that separates a man that is just dressed in a basic attire from the one that looks super well dressed is the way they have combined their colors, or they have infused color into their outfits. Another reason why it is important to understand color is that it is going to help you not to make obvious mistakes with colors. All right, so there are some obvious mistakes that you shouldn't make when you are mixing and matching colors. But if you don't even have a basic understanding of what colors you shouldn't put together, then you'll be making these mistakes. And people that are very fashion forward would think that, why are you doing this? Because it's not supposed to be worn together. Okay, so you don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to feel like the odd one out when you get into a place. Another reason why it is important to understand color is that you can use colors to guide the eyes of people that are looking at you. On your outfit, you can basically make us concentrate on one aspect of your body than the other using colors. Color is also another powerful tool that you can use to amplify the very great areas of your body and to cover up the areas of your body that you are not necessarily confident of. For instance, if you have really nice shoulders, all right, and you have a belly bulge, for instance, what you want to do is that you want to wear a nice jacket in a color that is very bright, that is nice, let's say beige, light beige. But for your belly bulge, you want to cover up that place, especially if you're not confident. Maybe you've just added some weight that you didn't necessarily plan to add. You want to make sure you're wearing like muted colors, dark colors on your main body. So that way, all we are seeing is the light colored jackets and we're looking at your accessories. We are not necessarily looking at your body. We're not looking at your belly area, because you have been able to take our eyes away from that area to your shoulders with the use of a bright colored jacket. So it's important that you understand how you can use colors to manipulate what we are seeing when we look at your style, your fashion, your outfit combinations. Another reason why it's important to understand color is that color sparks emotions. They have an impact on our mood. Actually, every color, there is a psychology of color that explains what each color stands for. And it's important to know these things because if you're a high profile person, for instance, and you have to go into some certain places, you know what colors you shouldn't wear to certain events. All right, for instance, black signifies mystery, it signifies power. White signifies calmness, it signifies purity. Blue also signifies calmness. Red signifies danger, it signifies love, it signifies romance. When you start understanding what each color stands for, green, for instance, signifies nature, wealth. Purple signifies royalty. When you start understanding what colors mean, then you'll be able to see why, oh, maybe this is why the royal family is always wearing something like this. This is why presidents dress like this. This is why the MD of this office is dressing, of this company is dressing like this. All right, people use colors to pass messages across. Sometimes if you don't want to be in a place, you can wear a color that signifies that I don't want to be here, I'm just respecting you. Do you understand? It gives that disposition of what you want people to see, how you want to be addressed, the image you want to project. So that is why it is important to understand colors, whether or not your style is minimalist and you just like to wear your neutrals, or you are very flamboyant, you're a dapper man, you like to infuse color as much as possible into your style. So now let's go to basic things that you also need to know when it comes to combining colors. The first thing I'm going to say is not the color wheel. I know many videos you'll see on YouTube are going to tell you, understand the color wheel, and we are going to get to that, all right? But I want you to first understand that your skin tone, the undertone of your skin, plays a major role in the types of colors that actually work for you. So you see that two people are wearing the same outfit, but it's looking better on one of the people that are standing together in the same outfit. The easiest way to know this is to look at groomsmen. Sometimes the color that has been chosen by the groom doesn't necessarily work with all the groomsmen, but because it's a uniform thing, everyone just has to wear it, and because they are all wearing it at the same time, it brings out the beauty. But if you pick every man on a bridal train, you would see that not all the colors work with all the groomsmen, and that's because of their undertone. They may all be light in complexion, they may all have this olive skin tone, they may all be dark in complexion, and the colors will still not work for all of them. And the reason for that is because we have something we call undertones. All right, so most of the Caucasians, the whites, you'll see that some of them they have like a bluish feel to their complexion. I'm going to put some pictures so that you can understand what I'm saying. While some people look like they have this yellow, orangey undertone to their skin, and then there are some other people that they just look very neutral, and those are the people that are like the athletic physique type of men where any color works on them. So let's start with the undertones. We have three major undertones. We have the cool tones, and then we have the warm tones, and then we have the neutral tones. For you to determine what your tone is, you need to look at your vein. All right, experts will advise that you should look at your vein, and if you look closely, you'll be able to see whether your vein is greenish in color or bluish in color. If your vein is showing a bit of blue, then it means you have a cool undertone, and what that means is that you would look better in muted colors like gray, brown, burgundy, bottle green, navy. All of those colors will look really good on you. So don't always think, oh, because everybody is saying wear navy, and then you are dark, so now I'm going to wear navy. You will see that some people look very off in navy even though they have dark complexions. That may be because they have warm undertones. All right, so if you have a cool undertone, you would notice that greens are fine on you. I'm putting some pictures of certain people. I apologize if you don't recognize these people, but I'm using Nigerian examples so that my Nigerian audience can really understand what I'm saying. So these undertones are not restricted to whites or Caucasians or people that have other skin tones. Even those of us that have predominantly dark skin, olive skin, we also have undertones. For cool undertone guys, what you want to avoid is pastel colors that will make you look washed up. You don't want anything that washes you out. You don't want something that is also too bright, because what you want to do with colors is you want to contrast it with your skin. So you're looking for things that blend with these muted colors and they are not too loud, because that's when you start looking funny. I'm putting a picture of my attire for when I did the AMVCA reviews. I used this picture to show that even though it looks good in some colors, this particular blazer did not look good on him, and that's because I really believe that his undertone is cool. So if he wants to pick a pink blazer, I think this particular blazer is too loud for his skin tone. Do you understand? So that is what I mean by understanding what colors look good on you. Another person is quiet. I feel that he is a cool undertone guy because it looks really nice in blues, in greens, in browns, like the pictures that I am putting out here. So if you have any of these complexions, just begin to observe the colors that look great on you. All right, it takes practicing, it takes intentionality, it takes you being involved in understanding what looks good on you. So now let's go to the second category of men. These ones are the warm toned guys, you have a warm undertone, and that basically means that your vein is mostly green. Okay, so go check it out. You know, look through your veins and see if you're seeing green, then you have a warm undertone. And what this means is that your skin tends to tan rather than roast in the sun. So when you are under the sun, you are looking so tanned, your skin is popping under the sun. Most guys in this region, in West Africa, in most African countries actually, they have these undertones. So many people have this undertone in Nigeria. Okay, so this may be easy for you to relate with. I'm putting pictures of like Aproko Doctor. You see, these people have warm undertones. Okay, and what looks good on you? Bright colors look good on you. Another person is Aka. Aka looks good in bright colors. Okay, but the difficulty with this is that you should also be careful of the kind of colors, the bright colors that you're using, because it is important that you are contrasting your colors with your skin tone. Okay, so that you don't get washed out. Another example is a picture I used when I did the AMVCA reviews of Aka. Yellow, look at this yellow jacket. Aka has pulled off many colors. You'll see some pictures that I'm putting right here on the screen, but this particular yellow blazer did not do him justice. It was looking washed, and it was just looking, something was just off, and it was that shade of yellow. So what you want to consider again when you have warm undertones is that yes, bright colors are going to look great on you, but you want to consider the shades of the bright colors that you are opting for. Now, the third category of guys that we're going to talk about are those with neutral undertones. These guys are just balling, like they are the ones to envy, because they don't necessarily have green or blue color in their vein. And this is how you would know. If you can't tell straight up that your vein is blue or green, if it's giving you mixed signals like, oh, it looks blue now, and then next minute it's looking green, I really think I have a neutral vein, because it's not entirely green. You know, some people's veins are conspicuously green. Those ones have warm undertone. Some are conspicuously blue. If you don't have a conspicuous color, it's not blue, it's not green, or it's looking mixed, it's looking like they mixed the green and the blue together, trust me, you have a neutral undertone. And what does that mean? It means that you can pull off any color. Trust me, you are balling. You can pull off any color and look great in it. However, bear in mind that contrast is key. Okay, you want to make sure that anything you're wearing is contrasting very well with your skin. You don't want to wear something that makes you look washed out, because that's the thing. Because you can pull off any color, now you're taking these colors, shades of brown, and it's so close to your skin. We don't know whether you're going all nude. Ladies do this a lot. They are wearing nude outfits and it's very close to their skin. It gives this washed off effect, and that's not something that you want to do. Okay, so now that we have talked about undertones and skin tones, let's talk about contrast. When we talk about contrast, we're looking at the color of your hair and we're looking at the color of your eyes. For those that are white Caucasians, you see they have blue eyes, green eyes, purple, aquamarine, and all these other colors. Right here, most of us have black and brown, which is very great for us. Okay, I'm just going to give you a few basic rules for you to note, for you to know which kind of contrast category you fall into. We have the eye contrast men. Eye contrast men are people that are light skinned and they have dark hair, probably have dark eyes as well. So there is a big difference between the color of your hair and the color of your face and the color of your arms. Okay, so if you are eye contrast, you want to make sure that you are balancing the colors to match your hair. What I want you to concentrate on are basically your arms, because we are going to be seeing the color of your arm most times will not necessarily blend with your face, especially if you are in this region where the weather is so hot. So you don't want to always use your face, because most times you're using skin care products to blend your face to your neck, for instance. So you want to make sure that anything you're wearing is balanced. You are putting that into consideration. Now, the low contrast men. Low contrast men are people that have light colored hair and they have light skin as well. So if you have light colored hair, maybe it's natural, or maybe you've already gone to tint your hair or dye your hair to a lighter color. Now you want to bear that in mind every time you are wearing anything. So you want to make sure that the colors that you are wearing, they are also contrasting your light skin and your light hair. And then we have the medium contrast men. These are people that they don't necessarily have too dark of a hair, and their skin color is also not too dark, so they are in between. And this is also great. You guys can wear almost anything, it's going to match, but always bear in mind that contrast is key. So now let's go to the basic things you need to know about the color wheel. The color wheel has primary colors, secondary colors, triadic colors, analogous colors. I know that's a lot, so I'm just going to share the ones that you should really bear in mind. One is the primary colors. Primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. Secondary colors are green, purple, and orange. And secondary colors are basically the colors that you get from mixing the primary colors together. Now we have associated colors. These colors are adjacent from each other on the color wheel. I'm putting a color wheel for you to see, okay? And these colors are great for creating a monochromatic look. Basically, you're seeing different shades of blue, and that's because they are adjacent to each other on the color wheel, okay? This is very great for you to create monochromatic looks, okay? Then we have complementary colors. These are colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel, and they are very great for you to grab people's attention. For instance, blue and orange. I know, can you pull that off? So when you're thinking of blue and orange, you're thinking maybe you're contrasting your shirt with your tie, and you're using orange tie for a blue shirt. That will grab attention immediately. That's what complementary colors do. Then we have triadic colors. These are three colors that are equidistant from each other. I know I'm getting it now on the color wheel, and what they do is that they create a balanced outfit if you're trying to incorporate more than two colors into your outfit. For instance, we have the yellow, reddish orange, and the blue. So if you're trying to do three colors together, maybe you're trying your shirt, your trouser, your accessories, and you're thinking of how can you mix these colors together. The triadic colors are things for you to note. They're forming a triangle on the color wheel. Then we have analogous colors, and these colors are colors that are basically beside each other, but in their middle there is one primary color or secondary color, okay? Also note that black and white are not colors, they are shades, okay? And when you mix a color with white, that's when you get a hint. So things like pink, that's a hint. When you mix a color with black, you get a shade. For example, your ox blood, burgundy, that's a shade. Now, when you see a color that looks like it's been mixed with gray, that is what we call a tone. So it looks like you are mixing, you're tinting, and you're shading at the same time. Something like mauve. So that purple that is not deep purple, it looks like it's been mixed with gray. That is what we call a tone. Just keep this in mind for any time you want to combine colors together, okay? So to wrap this up, I'm going to share some other things that you need to bear in mind for when you want to infuse color into your outfit, into your style. If you don't know where to start, the best place to start infusing color into your style is the use of accessories like your ties, your pocket square, even your waistcoat, you know, your belt, your socks. Those are very smart ways of infusing colors into your style. Another thing is that whatever you do, ditch everything I've said, ditch what any other person would say. Make sure any color you are wearing makes you happy. You are happy in it, you're confident in it. The thing about confidence when it comes to style, not just color, is that if you can pull it off confidently, many people will not notice if you're committing a style blunder, a fashion error, or whatever it's called. The thing with style is that you need to have the confidence to pull it off. Another thing is that there is a 3-color rule that I honestly believe everybody should follow. So yes, I've said that you need to be confident to be able to pull off some things, but if you're wearing more than 3 colors, it already becomes too much for our eyes and our head to process. So I would say stick to the 3-color rule as much as you can. If you want to add a 4th color, make sure that you are adding a shade of white or black. Those two don't count as colors, and they really can help to tie your entire look together. So it's fine, you can add either white or black to your already 3-colored outfits. Finally, anytime you're in doubt on what to make your outfit look better, just add one pop of color and trust me, you're going to be looking all shades of dapper. Everyone will be thinking, well, there's something, we can't really place what it is, but it's because you've added just one pop of color. Always does the trick. If you ever need assistance in matching colors or figuring out what colors look best on you, there's a practical way to figure that out. If you're shopping in store, you can place that cloth, that outfit, that fabric beneath your chin this way and look into the mirror. If the light looks dull, then that color may not necessarily work on you. But if it brightens your skin, if it just makes your skin pop a little, then that color is very good for you. So that's just one extra bonus that I have chipped into this video. But if you ever need help matching your colors, finding what colors work for you, understanding colors properly, the color wheel, and all these other things that I have said, definitely send me an email. Use the email address on your screen right now to send me an email, or use the link in the description box to book my personal styling services, and I will be able to assist you further. This is where I'm going to be drawing the curtains in today's video. Let me know if this video has been helpful to you. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so that it can reach more men like you. Also share with the men around you. And if you are new here and you have watched till this very point, I want to say a big thank you to you. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you are updated every single time I drop a video. Till I come your way again, it's bye for now.